Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. Well, I'm just a normal guy with a camera that sits in the middle of Indiana filming videos. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2020. The album, Dad AF. The Jaclyn Hill edition. She's a rich girl. She don't try to hide it. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. How are you guys doing today? A little Jaclyn Hill for you. I was driving around today. I went and got my coffee. I was bitter. Bitter! So, a little unknown fact about Peter Monn over here. Okay, yeah. Besides the fact that that's the name of my channel, I am one of the clumsiest people in the entire world. So I was going outside today to go get my coffee, and I have the cup in my hand. Now, if I go through Starbucks, I have to have the lid off so that they can get my coffee and I can put the lid back on. So I had it like this, right? And the cup fell out of my hand, and look, it broke. Do you see this? Let me show you. It broke my cup. I'm bitter! I'm so bitter of the world. Oh my God. But anyway, then I got in my car. I turned around real quick because I went over to Starbucks and I did a review of the blue drink. The blue drink. So go over and check that out on my review channel, Peter Review Stuff, linked below. Or you can just search Peter Review Stuff if you've been unsubscribed to all of my channels. Anyway, I need to kick off my shows. I need to kick off my shoes because I'm 50 and I like to kick. So anyway, I was driving around and I had my iTunes on shuffle because that's what you do, you know. And I felt like all of the songs that were being played were for Jaclyn Hill. She's a rich girl. She don't try to hide it. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. I love Paul Simon so much. But then the next song that came on was that Gypsy King song, you know, that Bumble-liar, Bumble-liar. You know that song about Jaclyn Hill, Bumble-liar. It's about Jaclyn Hill. But anyway, so let's get into this video today. Today, we're going to talk about Jaclyn Hill. Let me get some lippy on today. I'm not saying she's a liar. When they come back, when you can't get rid of them, okay? They just keep coming back. Anyway, I'm not saying that she's a liar. I don't have to because hundreds and hundreds of people out there have said it already. I don't have to say it. I will say this, okay, before getting to this video. My opinion, sitting over here in this little corner of the chair of the drama world. What's interesting to me, okay, about all of this Jaclyn Hill stuff is that Jaclyn Hill for like the last year has just gotten herself in, you know, one trouble after another after another. And long before that has been accused of pushing Morphe codes and not being honest about this, and this video contradicts this, and on and on and on, you know? And here's the thing, and I will give her this, that, you know, the true sign of a liar, right, is when the stories are always consistent. Because no human being in this world, if you're telling the same story twice, is going to tell the same story exactly the same twice, right? So, you know, I've always kind of given her the benefit of the doubt. But at this point, it's just kind of like either she really doesn't care, or I don't know. Like, I'm so confused about this. Because so many people are consistently being like, Jaclyn Hill's a liar, blah, blah, blah. Now, I have to tell you, I'm going to read a little bit from the Reddit thread in a second. What was interesting to me this time, okay, is that a lot of people are saying, this really isn't on Jaclyn Hill anymore, okay? This is really about the consumer. How often are you going to continue to support Jaclyn Hill, knowing the facts, knowing that this is how she acts, and she just comes out and makes an apology, onto the next product, makes an apology, onto the next product, blah, 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 whatever. And I have to say, I kind of agree with that. Like, I do believe that Jaclyn Hill, you know, like, should respond as a businesswoman. But at the same time, like, how many times are you going to go through McDonald's and order a Big Mac and get a fish sandwich and be like, I'm not going to McDonald's anymore, okay? They just don't get my order right. I mean, it's kind of on the consumer to some degree, and I do think that as a culture of consumerism, we vote with our dollar, we vote with our wallets, we vote with our purses. That's, you know, where we're at, is that, you know? So anyway, I thought, okay, that's what's interesting to me. I will say this, what is interesting is, when you want to talk about super fandom and standom on YouTube or anywhere in today's culture, when you go and you read, like, Jaclyn's Twitter, people, like, even though they see the facts, it's like, you know, this is what's always interesting to me, okay? Put my good Judy in a room, and she and I we're having a conversation, and I'll say like, well, what do you think about this, right? You know? And like, let's just, for example, say if I get in an argument with my husband, right? And I'll say, you know, she doesn't sit there and kiss my ass, and she's like, oh yeah, you're always right. She doesn't tell me that, right? She'll say, Peter, I love you, right? But like, you owe him an apology. Like, maybe you shouldn't have said that. I'm like, yeah, you're right, right? And that's what a good friend does. A good friend tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. But there are some people out there that it doesn't really matter what Jaclyn Hill or Shane Dawson or Jeffree Star or the Dolan twins, who apparently hate tea channels. Now, am I a tea channel? I don't know what I am. I thought it was a coffee channel. But anyway, it doesn't matter what they do. They make excuses for them. It's like these unrealistic relationships. Don't you wish we had relationships like that with people in our real lives? That literally everyone around us were all like yes men and just told us like what we needed to, what we wanted to hear, and never. I actually no, I would not want that, because what that says is you're never going to grow as a human being. Because to grow as a human being, people have to tell you some truths. They have to say, hey, you know what? Like, this is not enough. Like, as a businesswoman, this ain't it, okay? It's time to maybe separate yourself from Morphe. Morphe doesn't have your back. This is a bad look, blah, 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 whatever. So I thought, before I would get into this video and read some comments over on the Beauty Guru Reddit, we're going to talk about this story in just a second, I would consult with the drama conch. Now, if you have not seen me consult with the drama conch in the past, oh, dear Lord Drama Conch, Drama Conch of the drama oceans, please tell me, family friendly, please tell me the truth. Now, what the drama conch does sometimes, okay, is it tells me what's really going on. But today, oh, drama conch, please get in the business head of Jaclyn Hill and tell me what Jaclyn Hill is thinking about in regards to her business decisions. Okay. I would do that Alyssa Edwards thing, but beast is enough and I can't do it anyway. It just looks like I'm eating fried food. Okay, anyway. Yes, drama conch. What, okay, you're gonna tell me what you hear in Jaclyn Hill's, okay. Birkin, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton, okay. Yes, Birkins, more Birk. Thank you so much, Drama Conch. Oh my Lord, what is in there? That's, oh, what if something came out of there? I'd be so spooked, my Lord. But look, I've had this forever. There's still sand in there. Oh, it's so creepy strange. Anyway, you go back up there, Drama Conch. Okay. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the deal, okay? The short of it, go watch my video from 2 days ago. That kind of creeped me out, honestly. Ooh. So Jaclyn Hill, okay, she has a new palette, Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette number 2, okay, which is the big sister to Jaclyn Hill palette number 1. And so that Jen Loves Reviews did a video, and she came out and said that there was an ingredient change, okay? And that they added carmine. Now, why this is a big deal, some people might ask. Well, number one, it's a complete ingredient change. They didn't come out and they didn't say, like, we made an ingredient change. Which, okay, whatever. Morphe has now educated us that it is not common standard for beauty companies, makeup companies, to come out and inform their customers of ingredient changes. I didn't know that, so I guess that's common standard. So anyway, common practice, whatever. But the issue is that the new palette, okay, the Jaclyn Hill 1 palette, 2020, is greatly different, Jen Loves Reviews and other people are now saying, from the 2017 palette, all right? There has also been the addition of carmine. And carmine is not vegan, which is a huge issue for some people. One, because people are vegan and they want vegan products. The other is that it's made from crushed bugs, okay? Now, what was interesting on my video the other day was that a lot of people were like, I'm not vegan, but I don't want to wear crushed bugs on my eyelids, okay? So, Jaclyn, just a little FYI. So then Morphe came out and they said, oh, Jaclyn, she had nothing to do with this, okay? This is not on Jaclyn, this is not on her, which was actually kind of strange because Morphe really never comes out and defends Jaclyn or says anything, right? So Morphe came out. Now, I have to tell you, I was completely shook, okay? I did not think Jaclyn would come out and say anything. I thought, seriously, she'd be like, who, me, what? I just was reminded of this one picture of Jaclyn. Do you remember she had that big black hat on, the big sunglasses, and she was in her car, and she looked like she was mourning? Little did she know at that point, I actually love that picture of her. I probably have it in my phone somewhere. I should probably use it for the thumbnail. If I could find it, I would use it for the thumbnail, but it was one of my favorite pictures of Jaclyn ever. Little did she know that she was mourning her future with Morphe. But anyway, okay. So Jaclyn Hill yesterday comes out and she makes a statement. Are you ready? A statement on Twitter. No, you're a YouTuber, okay? You should put this on YouTube. That's where you should do it, in a video on YouTube. I know it's a lot for us to ask Jaclyn to film a video, okay? And, you know, in all honesty, this is what's kind of sad, and this is like, okay, real moment, right? Jaclyn never posts videos. She just doesn't, okay? If you're a super stan of hers, if you love her to the here and back, I get it, okay? You grew up with Jaclyn, you love Jaclyn or whatever. The truth is, she doesn't post videos. She just doesn't. Rarely, okay? And the thing is, at this point now, her video feed on YouTube looks like announcement of a product, let me show you the product, an apology for something to do with the product, 6 months, announcement of a product, showing the product, an apology for the product, okay? There's no tutorials in between there. And last fall, she did like 2, but there's not a lot of tutorials. There's not a lot of reviews. And so at this point, it's like people are questioning, like, what is she even doing on YouTube anymore? Like, is she just gonna give up on YouTube or whatever, you know? And I don't know, like, if it were me and Jaclyn was sitting right here and she was my good Judy, and I'm telling her what she needs to hear, not what she wants to hear, I'd say, you know what I think you should do? Jaclyn, this is what I think you should do. I think you should take Jordan, not your family, not your 10 assistants, not your mom and your dad and whoever else and everybody else out there, and, you know, your sister and all that kind of stuff. I think that you should take just Jordan, your boyfriend, and you should go, I don't know, somewhere like Fiji for a month, and just have a reality check, okay? Gal, you've made enough money to enjoy your life, okay? Just sit out there, check out from social media. Don't be on social media. Don't think about the business. Don't think about YouTube. Don't even do any makeup, okay? She said she hadn't been doing makeup anyway. Just put your hair, you know, back in a ponytail, be on the beach, enjoy some time with your man, okay? And just disconnect from the world. And ask yourself, what do I really want going forward? Because I think this is a really interesting question, you know? I mean, as many people know, obviously I have drastically changed my careers in my life, okay? You know, but like when you're in your 20s, especially these people that have grown up on YouTube, like to then one day wake up and this is what they've been doing for their whole life. It's like, what do you expect? You know, like that this is what they want to do for 40 years. Maybe it's not what they want to do for 40 years. And I think that's what we're starting to see with a lot of these YouTubers. I think Shane Dawson's a good example of this. Shane Dawson's been doing this for a long time. You know, I was watching actually an interview on Hey Queen last night with Davey Wavy, and Davey Wavy has gone in and he has started his own website and all this kind of stuff, and he's like, you know, I've been doing YouTube for 13 years. 13 years is a long time, okay? I had a 13-year career, and I was ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, these people have been doing this for 10, 12, 15 years. Well, not 15 years. We haven't got there yet on YouTube, but 13 years, right? And so I can understand that Jaclyn is burnt out. I can understand that maybe this isn't what she wants to do anymore. And, you know, just because they've been on YouTube this long and they're making good money and whatever, I think they think, I have to continue to do this for the rest of my life. No, that's not necessarily true. You don't, you know? There's a lot of people that just completely leave the industry. But figure out what you want to do. You're in a very, very amazing position to have the money that you have been gifted. You could downsize, you could sell your house, you could not have to have all these expensive things, and, you know, I don't know, maybe just live the rest of your life out doing this and making, you know, being, I don't know, like a person that works for Morphe in the upper, you know, offices or whatever you want to do, you know, or write a book about your experience, or I don't know, come out with some music or whatever. There's so many things out there, you know, and that's where my personal heart side feels for Jaclyn. It's like, this is the thing. At this point, it's not just the fact that she doesn't have good excuses or she doesn't know what to say. It's she's burnt out. You can tell. Jaclyn's burnt out on YouTube. She's burnt out. I think she's burnt out on makeup, right? But this is how she makes her money, right? So she's got to do this. So anyway, she came out with a statement, and this is the statement that she said. She said, in regard to all the conversation around my collaboration with Morphe, I would like to clear the air on a personal level. I was aware that they were increasing the performance of the product, okay? Pigmentation and creaminess. Jaclyn! I just said, I don't have my drama phone to call you, okay? But I just said, I'm so tired of the creams and the butters. We're not cooking, with More Savory, her boyfriend's channel. By the way, people ask me all the time, they're like, what channels do you watch on YouTube? Because you say you don't love all of this. I don't, okay? I mean, I watch it when I'm making like a video and stuff like that. And some people I watch. There's, you know, people that I watch that I like, beauty influencers and stuff like that. But you know, it has to be kind of really creative for me. It has to be kind of like fun and different and something kind of new. Like, I don't love seeing the same stuff over and over and over again. But right now, I will tell you that I am watching videos because I was talking in my vlog about how I had gone to river country at Disney World when I was a kid. And that it's supposedly like this, like, urban legend that had ever existed, and people are like, there was no such water park at Disney. I was like, I was there. I went there with my dad. Okay, so somebody commented on my vlog, and they're like, there's all these videos on YouTube of people that have like gone into the abandoned water park called River Country. There's tons. I'm obsessed. I have fallen down the River Country rabbit hole on YouTube. So anyway, she says, in regards to all the conversation around my collaboration with Morphe, which one? Which collaboration? I would like to clear the air on a personal level. I was aware that they were increasing the performance of the product, pigmentation and creaminess, but not made aware of ingredient changes. For those of you who don't know, you can change performance of a product without ingredient changes, which I feel like is kind of talking down to a lot of people, but she needed to clarify that, so I get it. I apologize to those of you who cannot use the palette due to the fact that it's not vegan. Although I am not vegan, I do understand the frustration, and I am sorry to those of you. Okay, so that was her statement. Now, let's get to the Beauty Guru Reddit. Are y'all ready? Hey, over there, how are you guys doing? My thread, The Good Judies, is like growing at leaps and bounds. There are all kinds of threads. There's a thread on the Jaclyn Hill thing over there. I couldn't believe it. It's just all kinds of, my good Judy Tata Jean. She's got her own little sub thing over there. I don't even know what you call it, okay? A thread on my thread, okay? She's trying to, listen, she thinks she wants to be famous, okay? That's it. She told me she's gonna start her own YouTube channel. No, she didn't. She didn't tell me that. Okay, so this is the top comment. Are you ready? Get ready, because these comments, okay. They're funny, but they're not the nicest comments, so just get ready. The conversation went like this. Linda, hey girl, I just got some Amazeball samples back from the lab. Just a heads up, so we changed the formula of your palette, and OMG, it's so creamy and blendable. You're gonna love it. Jaclyn, OMG, that's so freaking Amazeballs, Linda. Thank you so much for doing what you do, girl. End of information exchange. Someone said, yep, that sounds about right. I understand that it has her name on it, but Morphe makes the final decisions. Clearly from the vault drama, they don't tell her the full story. They just slap her name on things and collect their bags. Except that didn't Jaclyn say that she signed her name to the formula? That it was her formula? She came out and said that, right? You can't say one thing in one video and come out and say something else in another video, and I guess I just don't understand. I just don't understand, okay? Why, if it was your palette, your name on it, you wouldn't want to check that stuff out. It doesn't seem like that would be that difficult, especially if you're somebody that's educating people on, you know, makeup, because like she says up here, you know, for those of you who don't know, you can change performance of a product without ingredient changes. So it seems to me like she would know all this kind of stuff, right? Now Morphe's saying that it's not her fault. She's saying she didn't know. She's saying in a video she owns her own formula. I don't know. What do you guys think? Somebody said, so don't then pretend you're working incredibly hard for years on development if you're not going to even ask about the formula, ingredients, test several options, etc. Then go out in public and say you're just a face of the product with no other real involvement in the process. That would actually be honest, and I bet people would be less upset with Jaclyn if she approached it that way. And I completely agree with that. That's the transparency I think people want to see from her. She's been lying for years, and people are still gullible enough to believe her and give her money. In sales, it's about getting that money. Companies and celebrities have been doing this for decades. We are the ones dumb enough to believe them and hand them our money. And then somebody down here says, okay, wait. This is all about, okay. Somebody said, doesn't apologizing all the time get exhausting? Is it exhausting? Isn't she tired of this? No, because she's still collecting people's money. And that's what I said the other day in my video, that at the end of the day, she doesn't care. She's making the money, right? And the reality is, she's not making money off of YouTube anymore, okay? And back in the day, unless people are still doing this, the way that Jaclyn was making money was off of her affiliate codes, off of doing sponsored videos, off of doing sponsored posts. She's not doing that anymore, right? Like, I'm confused. Isn't that how beauty influencers make money? Is off a sponsored post, sponsored, you know, this, whatever. So she's not making money off that anymore. So she's making money at this point strictly pretty much off of Morphe is how she's making most of her money. Why would she turn down and go against Morphe when that's her main moneymaker? I mean, really, you know? I mean, when you talk about top sales, it has to be Jeffree Star and Jaclyn Hill at the top for Morphe, you know? Someone said, I'm a little confused why people are under the wrong impression that Morphe is... Okay, that's about something else I'm not going to get into. Somebody said, people need to stop supporting her. It's the customer's fault at this point. A consumer's fault at this point. If people stop buying her crap, Morphe will stop doing business with her and she'll fizzle out. Someone said, to be fair, people should also stop supporting Morphe. It's naive to think that this is all on her. And I don't think it's all on her. I really don't. I think it has a lot to do with Morphe. I think this issue alone, in all honesty, I think it has... I'm not taking any responsibility away from Jaclyn, but it's Morphe's product at the end of the day, okay? And this is more to do with Morphe than it does to do with Jaclyn. But it just feels like, to me, Morphe continues to screw Jaclyn over left, right, and central, okay? And she doesn't care. And the question should be asked, why doesn't she care? Anybody else that worked, okay, anybody else that worked with this, okay, this situation would be like, I am not working with this brand again. I cannot continue to support this brand, you know? That completely screwed me. I'm not doing it, right? Like, why are you doing it? They continue to screw you over and over and over again because the money is too good. That's what it's about. We all heard it from the drama conch, even though it scared the hell out of me. Okay, then somebody else said, increasing performance for the product, in quotes, is just fancy talk for changing the formula. What else did she think they were doing? And then it goes on, and a bunch of people like say a bunch of stuff about this. Jaclyn tweets a response to Morphe's statement about the formula changes to her first palette. I personally feel like her tweet doesn't say much except for, I didn't know, don't look at me. But I agree with one person who replied to her on her Twitter that said if the brand told her they were changing something in her palette, she should have asked if the ingredients and formula were being changed, seeing as her name is still on it. Is that a hair? Ugh. I'm sorry. And it's supposedly by her own formula she created. Other people also are saying she must have known since her new palette contains the same formula and contains carmine. What do you guys think? Somebody, and they go in here. You know, it's very speculative at this point. I don't know. What do you guys, excuse me, it's a total mystery. I don't understand, you know, like, I don't think we're ever going to know the truth. And here's the reality, okay? Jaclyn Cosmetics is going to turn around and put another product out in a month or two. Spring is coming around. Summer's coming around. We're coming up with the spring, summer. Well, I mean, spring is already here almost. So we're going to be coming out with the summer products, okay? And she's going to be putting out something because of that. And and this is what I believe that Jaclyn will do. I think she's a product that's coming out. I think she will release it at around the same time as like the Jeffree Star Shane release. And I'll tell you why. Because I think that she will want to put something out there that her fans will buy. And she knows that she will sell very, very well to her fans, right? But drama-wise, she will want to drop it around the same time as somebody else, so the focus is not on her. And it's a smart move, it really is. But that's when the next Jaclyn Cosmetics product will be released, and then she'll probably do something else with Morphe in 6 months. She's not gonna stop working with Morphe, she's not. Walk into a Morphe store, I did finally. And if you hadn't told me when I walked in there, I would have been like, these people love Jaclyn. Like, it's Jaclyn Hill all over the place. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.